Hello and welcome. I'm Jenny Hall. Thanks for joining me for another card making tutorial. Today I'm creating a hug on a card. I'm going to be stamping with Petal Palette Bundle. This is the most favorite product from the 2018 Occasions catalog. Be sure to check it out. It is 10% off, so don't miss the sale. I'm trying a technique today that I'd like to share. I'm stamping onto glossy white paper with Versamark clear sticky ink. This is the same ink that we use whenever we achieve heat embossing, except for there's no powder to adhere in this technique. Instead, on a low setting, I'm using my heat gun to dry the sticky ink so that it will stay in place. If you don't dry it, it'll smear a little bit, so make sure to be careful not to use it when it's wet. Using a sponge dauber or any kind of a sponge that works for your crafting, apply ink from the stamp pads with a very, very light hand, and this will easily glide across the glossy white paper. One of the questions I've had the most lately has been on how to achieve ink blending without any of the, I guess we'll call them scratch marks. It looks like scratch marks. And I want to offer words of encouragement that it does take some experience over and over again to try ink blending that looks like something that you are happy with. I am not happy with some of the projects that I create that have streaks, and so I try again. And I also, here is a tip, I set myself up with success for the type of paper and the colors that I'm using. Notice that I'm using green, blue, and yellow, which all blend together very easily. And I'm also blending onto glossy white paper. So there's two different things that I've set up for myself that will give me a pretty good result. So being able to experience what you can do well and use that scenario in your projects might be able to bring you a little bit more success. So to those who have reached out to me, please keep trying. You can do this. Just figure out the way you do it best and keep on going. I've used one of the dies from Lovely Friends Thinlits dies to create a die cut in the front of the panel. That's going to allow this really nice color to just come right out from the back. I'm using the foam strips to raise this panel away from the card base in order to give their just right amount of depth between the die cut word and the background underneath it. The sentiment is used from Petal Palette, and oh my, don't they just have the best sentiments in this stamp set. The stamp set is actually two stamp sets. One has sentiments and one has images. So there it goes so far. So I'm going to stagger them in a different kind of way. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with the sentiment for this card. I did know starting out that I wanted to use that circle die in the middle. So staggering the sentiment, breaking it up a bit, and attaching it to the side of the focal point is not taking away from the actual focal point, which is that I have a friend that I would like to send a hug to. He's having a hard time, and this will be the perfect way for me to be able to share my sentiments with somebody I care about. Using some more of the die cuts from Petal Palette, I'm putting them on either side of that sentiment so that they can get a little bit of attention but not take over the focal point of the die cut. And of course, I can't pass up using the bird inside the card. That's going to be attached with some liquid glue. Easy peasy. Thank you so much for joining me for this tutorial. For more information, feel free to go over to my blog at jennystampsup.com. All of the products are available in my online store. Thank you so much for your purchases. Your support helps me bring more videos, so please keep contacting me and let me know what you want me to do videos on, and I'll be happy to keep it up. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thanks for watching the video. Have a good day.